Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming to tonight's 2013 winter graduation. If I could please ask you to take your seats. Thank you for being here tonight on this great occasion. My job is kind of to do a couple of housekeeping things. My name is Abel Morado. I'm Assistant Superintendent for TUSD. So I want to give you a couple of announcements. If you could please silence or put on vibrate your electronic device like your cell phone. If you could please put it on silent or vibrate. Chisanhai is a non-smoking facility, so when the ceremony is over, please refrain from smoking on school campus. Tonight you're going to hear a couple of presentations. It is the expectation of the administration and the expectation of the district that we listen intently and specifically to the student speaker. Because after all, we are here tonight to honor our graduates tonight. Tonight's presentation is being videotaped, and it's being videotaped by our Pueblo High School program, and they will also put it on YouTube. So if you want access to it, you can get it through there. Your graduates are going to have their picture taken when they get their diploma, and they also get their picture taken in the backstage. And they filled out the appropriate paperwork. So if you want to purchase that, I'm speaking mainly for the padres and for the abuelos, then you talk to your graduate, because they will send them the example of the photo, and then it's up to you if you want to purchase it. We expect tonight's ceremony to last about 45 minutes to 50 minutes, and so it goes pretty quickly. So once again, thank you very much for being here, and we'll proceed with the program as soon as the first graduate appears at the door. Also, when the graduates come in and they get near their seats, it is appropriate to stand when the graduates enter the room, and please remain standing, because we will then play the national anthem, and we will also say the Pledge of Allegiance. So as the graduates enter the room, and you'll know because the music will start. Brian, are you ready?
Get off, and you gotta walk towards the
Brian.
the football field. You gotta get in the building. There's gonna be people right there.
Carlos, please stand.
Oh, they're walking in. Hurry up. Hurry up.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to welcome you to the 2013 winter graduation for Tucson Unified School District. If you could please remain standing, and if you could follow me on the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. I have the distinct honor of welcoming our superintendent for Tucson Unified School District. He will welcome our guests, welcome the graduates, and acknowledge governing board members. If you could please, a round of applause for our superintendent, Dr. H.T. Sanchez.
First and foremost, I would like to acknowledge the graduates who are here before us for your accomplishments, for your work, for your diligence. I hope that you will remember the good decisions that you made that have led you to this point. I hope that as you move forward in life, you will reflect on those when faced with adversity and difficult decisions, and know that if you can accomplish this, this isn't the end of anything. This is the beginning of many more great decisions and many more great things to come for you. With that, I would like to acknowledge governing board members who are here present. Board President, Ms. Adelita Grijalva. Board Clerk, Ms. Crystal Foster. Board Member, Dr. Mark Stegman. Board Member, Mr. Mike Hicks. And Board Member, Mr. Cam Juarez. I would also like to acknowledge members of the Superintendent's leadership team. If you'll please stand up. And last but not least, I would like to acknowledge the campus principals and administration. If you'll please stand up. If there are any honored faculty from any of our high schools within TUSD, if you are here with us in the crowd, I'd ask that you'd stand up. It is through the combined efforts of all of us that we are here to enter in upon this evening, and I would, with that, like to introduce our guest speaker for the evening, Board President, Ms. Grijalva.
Good evening, buenas noches. Thank you to Dr. Morado, to the administration, faculty, staff, and all the students of the 12 different high schools and programs here for this evening's graduation. Congratulations to the graduates. You know, winter graduation is one of my favorites because as a board member, we're all volunteers. And so people will sometimes ask, well, why do you continue to volunteer for this job? And really, it's nights like this where we're able to see you walk across this stage and get your diploma and be a little part of this celebration with your parents, family, and your friends that are here tonight. So thank you so much for letting me be a small part in it. You know, it's really difficult to come up here because I know you all are sitting here anxious to see the graduates come across the stage. And it's like, you know, what can I say to keep your attention for a few minutes? I remember sitting there in my cap and gown like it was yesterday, knowing that I was going to go to college, not yet sure what I wanted to major in or what I was going to do, and I didn't really know what I wanted to be when I grew up. My major changed several times while I was at the U of A, and I've learned that we all have several pivotal moments in our lives when we'll be faced with a decision that will force us to take a long look in the mirror and say, what's next? Each of you has shown tremendous maturity and self-discipline in obtaining your diploma. All of you have shown that you're ready to move forward into this world of higher education and work because you've been able to reach this goal of graduation. So congratulations to all of you. Each of you should be proud of what you've accomplished, but I hope that you don't see this as the end of your education. Each of you can do anything you set your mind to. You know, I hope you take advantage of the opportunities and the doors that have been opened for you. I hope you're leaving TUSD without any regrets and ready to walk through some open doors and break some other ones open. Remember your roots, know who you are, know where you come from, and that the choice is yours from where you go from here. You're all living proof that if you set goals and set your mind to it, willing to work for them, that you can achieve anything. Believe in yourself and everything is possible. I challenge each of us to be ambitious enough to include others in our success. We're counting on you. Enjoy this evening. Please be safe. On behalf of myself and my colleagues on the governing board, congratulations. Good luck. Buena suerte, felicidades y adelante. Gracias.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the distinct honor of welcoming our student speaker tonight. She comes from the Teenage Parent High School program, and she has a presentation tonight for the graduates and for the audience. So at this time, please join me in welcoming Camry McIntyre.
Good evening and welcome to the Tucson Unified School District 2013 winter graduation. I'd like to extend a special welcome to Tucson Unified School District governing board members. Thank you, Board President Grijalva, for your words of encouragement and congratulations. Thank you, Superintendent Dr. H.T. Sanchez and Deputy Superintendent Dr. Adrian Vega for your presence here this evening. I also want to thank all the teachers, counselors, and administrators and TUSD staff members who have supported us in reaching our goal of graduating from high school. Most importantly, I would like to welcome and thank parents, siblings, and family members who are here to support us all through our final steps as a TUSD school student and in taking our first steps into the many bright and exciting futures that will be shared among the graduates on tonight's stage. My fellow graduates, as I stand here before you, I know that we have all learned that achieving our big goals is never an easy task. There are many obstacles, both large and small, that need to be overcome before you can achieve a goal. Tonight we are here to celebrate a big goal, high school graduation. To meet this goal, we had to pursue and complete educational requirements, meet both district and state standards, and overcome life obstacles that challenged us physically, emotionally, and socially. We faced and overcame these obstacles with support from teachers, mentors, and our families. I know my parents helped me regardless of these struggles I faced, And though there were times where I stood before them holding up challenges that might stop any teenager from staying in school, they have never stopped believing in me. My parents recognized that for me, learning and being in school gave me joy. It was their pride and belief in me that I could succeed in school no matter what that turned into my own expectations for myself. Inside each and every one of us, there's a motivational force in our hearts that has pushed us to keep going. This motivation was the voice that told us in the end our hard work will pay off. There have been times where I have personally been put down and felt unappreciated. 4 years ago, I would have never imagined in my wildest dreams that I would be standing on the Tucson Magnet High School giving the commencement address. You might have all heard the expression, "You've come a long way," and that applies to me. Not long ago, I was a timid, shy freshman walking up and down these halls as a student here at Tucson High School. I had a plan. I would first pursue the fine arts program, and when I graduated, I would be the first in my family to attend college. During my junior year of high school, I found out I was pregnant with my daughter, Isabella. When people learn that I am a young parent, they often express surprise. They are amazed that a 17-year-old in my predicament could complete high school. They believe that my challenges are obstacles that could never be overcome, and when I became pregnant, my dreams of finishing high school and attending college were over. But I am here to tell you that my obstacles, like the obstacles that every student has faced during their high school years, did just the opposite. I do not consider my daughter an obstacle. I know she was my catalyst to pursue and reach my dreams. I have finished high school and I will attend college because I want to be a good example for her. Like many of you, there are many people who doubted my ability to graduate high school. But I did not want to drop out and be counted as a statistic. I was determined that regardless of my challenges, I would be a teen parent who earned a high school diploma and attend college. My story is just one of many here tonight. Each of us has a story to tell, and one thing we all have in common is that one special individual, or if we're lucky, a few individuals who believe in us. I want to say thank you to those who believed in us, and to those who doubted us, who thought we would never see this evening. I want to thank you too. Both groups motivated us. Both groups helped us to define ourselves as achievers and completers. Some of us here today, including our parents, are wondering how our lives will turn out. It is okay to wonder, but I also think it's important to realize that our future is not just something that happens to us, but it's something that we create. Fellow graduates, I urge you to embrace the obstacles, challenges, and opportunities before you. Take what you have learned over the past 12 years and put it to good use. Ari Penkowicz wrote that graduation is only a concept. In real life, every day you graduate. Graduation is a process that goes on until the last day of your life. If you can grasp that, you will make a difference. December graduates, we have converged at a single event to celebrate and share successes. Regardless of what TUSD high school you attended, we all share the success of meeting district and state requirements, passing state assessments, and developing our individual interests. From this moment on, we will embark on our own diverse paths, and we will encounter different people, careers, and future. Graduating winter class of 2013, I want to congratulate you on facing your challenges, embracing your obstacles, and completing your high school requirements. I encourage you to set goals, follow your passions, and own your own choices. From here, we have the power to forge our own paths, and someday I know we will impact somebody else's. Thank you.
Fantastic. She is amazing. At this point, I'd like to call to the podium Dr. Adrian Vega, and he will present the graduates to the governing board. 2013. Graduates, Dr. Sanchez, members of the governing board, by the power vested in me by the Tucson Unified School District Governing Board under Governing Board Policy IKF and the State of Arizona, I hereby certify that all members of the class of 2013 have met the course requirements for graduation requirements for the state of Arizona. Graduates, prepare to receive your certificates or diplomas. Present the diplomas and the certificates to those students graduating from Agave Distant Learning under the principalship of Mr. Stuart Baker.
Really, really close.
Good evening, I'm Mr. Baker from Agave High School, home of the Fighting Polar Bears. I'd like to take a moment to thank Dr. Sanchez and Dr. Vega for their vision in assisting Agave and putting in the graduate program. It helped our graduates be able to be in this situation, and many of the graduates sitting out here. Since this is an off-season graduation, I think it's important to acknowledge every single student out there has overcome additional obstacles that their peers didn't necessarily have to do. They really need a nice round of applause. I'd like to introduce Carmen Kemry, who will present our graduates.
It's quite a privilege for me to do the following. Tyler Austin Robert Cruz Beasley. Tyler. Brenna Renee Diaz.
You did it!
Lucas Armando Johnson Allgood.
Okay, now we will recognize those graduates from Catalina Magnet High School under the principalship of Mr. Matt Scott.
Thank you, Dr. Vega. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rex Scott, principal of Catalina Magnet High School, the home of Trojan Pride since 19... Here to join me in presenting diplomas to our graduates and representing our outstanding staff is one of our counselors, Ms. Mary Cassidy.
Our first graduate, Marisol Lisette Santacruz. Hernan Sinotes Cruz. Davina Schmidt. Joseph David Rivera. Zechariah Abdirahman Mohammed. Annette Bajin Keju. Jean-Ping Huang. Alfredo Hernandez. Tedros Gadam. Edgar Dominguez Lopez. Carly Irene Ariston.
Now we will recognize the graduates from Troy and Magnet High School under the principalship and leadership of Mr. Frank Arinda. Buenas noches, Assalamu alaikum, Boston Chinevu. We're very proud and happy to be here tonight for all of you, especially for the Chargers. And by the way, Mr. Lay will be helping me this evening. Thank you.
Troy High Magnet School's first graduate is John Cecil Dell. Eric William Hall. Michael Stephen McPherson. Michael Anthony Morales. Valentina Peña.
And now we will recognize a graduate from Palo Verde Magnet High School. Mr. Eric Brock, Assistant Principal, will be presenting their diploma.
Good evening and happy holidays. Palo Verde, home of the Titans, has the distinct honor of introducing 9 graduates tonight for the class of 2013. Robin Wilson, our lead counselor, will introduce their names.
Julio Daniel Ticon Hernandez. Kayla Louise Simpson. Grayson Coyle Sorensa. Courtney Elizabeth Roth. Dahlia Rose Melina. Berlin Scapucci Harper. Nicholas Edward Matulin. James William Derby. Tarasisi Bonihankui.
We will now recognize the graduates from Project More under the leadership of Ms. Charlotte Harris.
Good evening, welcome. We are so pleased to be here to recognize our graduates this evening. I'd like to introduce Ms. Cindy Amundsen, our Learning Support Coordinator, who will be reading the names. I'm proud to congratulate Karina Reyes Alcaraz. Eric Ricardo Cadena.
Yeah, upstairs, yeah.
Bianca Moni Espinosa. Gabriel Michael Guerra. Sarah Vieira Alatrice. Andre Ernesto Long. Frank Daniel Romo. Adrian Luis Aquina.
Suvakava.
Rufino Ernesto Soto. Jacob Valdez.
We will now recognize the high school graduates from Pueblo Magnet High School. They get their PhD, their Pueblo High School diplomas. Miss Vivi Walker.
Good evening, everybody. Buenos noches. Welcome, Pueblo families, and congratulations to our 19 graduates. Once a warrior, always a warrior. And community.
Our first graduate, Suzette Alvarado. Thomas Bondi. Brandon Cruz Garcia. Stephanie Gomez. Victor Manuel Grijalva. Claudia Paula Lara. María Eloínes Meléndez. Joseph Manuel Muñoz. Ernestina Peneluri. Jacqueline Marquez Perez. Edith Quiroz Rodríguez. Mateo Rodarte. Paulo Rodríguez. Clarisa María Romero. Ignacio Sáenz Nido. Francisco Alejandro Ubamea. Jocelyn Canchola.
very proud principal of Rincon High School, home of the Rangers. And this evening is our assistant principal, Mr. Steve Cotarolas.
Good evening. This time we'd like to honor our 2013 Ranger graduates, Samantha Renee Price. Jinglong Hong. Maya Maral Cave Costa. Terrence Anthony Markel. Vanessa Daniela Quintero. Kira Veronica Rojas Esquer. Isaac Francisco Romero. Sofia Lorena Salcedo. Evan Valenzuela. And Jorge Alberto Cepeda.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Matt Munger. I'm the principal at Sabino High School. I want to thank you all for coming out this evening to celebrate these students' success. On behalf of the Sabino community, my assistant principal, Mr. Russell Doty, and my learning support coordinator, Mr. Bruce Williams, I'm happy and pleased to announce our first graduate, Mr. Alexander Francisco Egan. Ms. Kari Lene Nelson. And Ms. Carrie Lynn Rose.
Okay, and now we will be recognizing graduates from Sapporo High School under principalship of Mr. Roberto Estrella.
Good evening. It is my honor tonight to present to you Saguaro's 3 early graduates.
Here come the Cougars. Natalie Nina Chelskowski. Holly Marie Drury. Shyrod Deshaun Bolton.
We'll now recognize the high school graduates from Santa Rita High School under the principalship of Mr. James Palacios.
Good evening, everybody. My name is James Palacios. I'm the proud principal of Santa Rita High School. And with me is Zulema Stanbrook, who's going to help me announce the graduates of Santa Rita High School. Thank you.
Congratulations to all the graduates here tonight. From Santa Rita, we have Khalil Damien Hill Smith Becker. Richard Mark Bravo Schroeder.
Thank you. Have a good night.
We now recognize graduates from the Teenage Parent High School under the direction of Dr. Ann Dudley.
Good evening. My name is Dr. Ann Dudley, and I'm the principal of the Teenage Parent High School. I would like to extend a hearty congratulations to our graduates who do double duty as parents and team and students. And tonight we are celebrating the accomplishments of 3 of our students. And 2 of these students are graduating early. So Lee Berkey is going to read their names, and I'll be presenting the diplomas.
Congratulations, graduates. Our first graduate from the Teenage Parent High School is Cambry Ray McIntyre. Carrie Ann Meehan.
Yeah.
Our final graduate, a young man who has made it through our program and stood by the sunshine, Dustin Wayne Glassberg Gourmet.
We'll now recognize the high school graduates from Tucson High Magnet.
It is now time for the historic Badgers to take the stage. So, my name is Principal Clarice Clash, the proud principal of Tucson High Badgers. And with, first of all, graduates, I want to say thank you all for committing to graduate and following through with that commitment. And so without further ado, I'll introduce my assistant principal, Mrs. Shauna Rodriguez, who is our assistant principal of curriculum.
Jessica Lisa Alegría. Larry Alex Anderson. Ramon Ramiro Arufe.
Hey.
Daniel Robert Figueroa. Maria del Carmen Gonzalez. Zachariah Omkara Herodota Finnerman. Mercedes Johnson Martin Romero. Carlos Paredes Gonzalez.
I love you!
Guillermo Humberto Pérez.
You did it!
Selena Macías Ramírez. Alexis Victoria Serna.
Hey, Carlo! Yeah!
Emilio Serrano. And I'm so happy that this gentleman made it, Hal LaShawn Ridley.
This time I'm going to ask Principal Rex Scott from Catalina to come out for one more presentation.
We have one more graduate from Catalina to introduce to all of you.
Chandra Prakash Thapa.
2013 graduates, if you'd please stand up.
George, you're gonna flip it back.
'Graduates, turn your tassels from the right to the left. The graduation ceremony is now complete. Congratulations, and class dismissed.
better.